Hey there. This round's going to be slightly different as we've got the last games from round 3 to cover, as well as the first few games of round 4. Our final game of round 3 was the Spectral Jungle Cats versus Varmints. The Amazons took an early lead and both teams were fairly equal when it came to inflicting damage on each other and making the passes, but the Skaven managed to do their Skaven thing and scored twice for the win. Although after 3 games, their Rat Ogre is still yet to gain any star player points. This means at the end of round 3, the Orcs have a strong lead on the table with both our Skaven teams fighting over second and Divine and Conquer currently in 4th. But both Maximum Overdrive and Intercourse Rangers have the chance of making top 4 if they win in the final round. So, now on to our round 4 matches. Firstly, we have Maximum Overdrive taking on Morathi's Mötley Crüe. The Ogres already having practice on how to play Elves from last week, managed another 2-1 win. Although only with 2 injuries caused by the Ogres all game, I think they've got to take their gloves off this week. Next, we've got our second Ogre team taking on their second Dark Elf team. The Snakton Ogres taking on Divine and Conquer. It's an important match for the Dark Elves as they lost their last match to Ogres and they really need to win this to guarantee a top 4 spot. The Ogres went for a turn 1 touchdown with an Obelisk sticking in their landing. However, they landed just 1 short of the touchdown. Luckily for those Elves, it seems like the Ogres brought a bad luck charm with them as despite throwing all the blocks possible, they just weren't able to crack the armour, and in the end, it was a 3-0 victory to Divine and Conquer. Finally for this week, we had our league leader in Greenwich Gorgers taking on the Suicide Squad. This whole match they decided to only use one half of the field for some reason. With a lot of blocks and dodges flying around, eventually all the fighting on the pitch started to turn the match in the Orcs' favour. Game finished 1-0 to them, as well as causing an impressive 4 injuries and 5 KOs during the match. Next week, we have our final matches of the round, with the Amazons and Lizards taking each other on, and the Chaos Dwarves taking on their second Skaven opponents. Don't forget that you can always catch us on Twitch as well. On Tuesdays from 2 to 6, we are still playing through Mordheim. On Fridays from 8 PM, we're playing a brand new run of a modded 7 Days to Die server. And on Sundays from about 8 PM, we're looking at joining on the new game Hype as we dabble in Power World.